Ray!
Nini mbaya?
Why did you charge him twice what we agreed on?
Because I felt like it.
Because you felt like it?
Yeah. Why? Is there a problem?
But I mean, you could have told me before.
Well, I didn't plan it. It just happened.
Still, Ray, you cannot just be making decisions on the spot and expect me to go along with them without giving it a thought.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it would be such a big deal in the first place.
It is. It is a problem.
Why do you care about this guy so much?
I don't.
Then why are you acting as if you care and you are the one who came up with the idea to use him in the first place?
It is. But you have to realize that Marvin is not stupid. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to steal back his money that he gave it to you.
He wouldn't.
Try him. Keep messing with him. And he'll bite you when you least expect it.
Well, let him try.
You have a situation where a person of our caliber is messing us around. As I was saying, Anne is a problem. And she's gonna remain a problem until one of us yields. And at one point or another, we'll have to get rid of her. So get used to it.
Marvin, being reckless sio solution. Umewahi kaa chini ukafikiria kama Ann angekuona ama aone mmoja wetu akimshoot na hajakufa ingekuwaje? Na isitoshe, wewe unafikiri ingemchukua dakika ngapi Moha kujua kwamba ni sisi ndio tufanye kitu na amweleze?
She said that she saw one of us last night. Any of us.
Bado.
And let's worry about it when she opens her mouth. As of now, let's just be happy that we got rid of the MP and focus on Karan. Because if we don't, Karan is gonna grow big. So let's handle it and get rid of him before he becomes big enough for us to handle.
Sasa, hizo gold mingi ambazo umeiba, tutafanyaje?
Sell it. All of it. I can't stay with it longer than necessary.
Tutafanya hivyo aje?
I got a goldsmith. He agreed to do his job, but at a double price. But really, at this point, I don't care. All I need is to get rid of the gold as soon as possible.
Kwa nini?
What do you think?
Mimi worry yangu ni kwamba zikiibwa tena itakuwaje?
I doubt he can do that. But really, that's not my worry. I need the gold gotten rid of as soon as possible. If we can get a buyer, I'll be happy.
Sawa, so mimi unaona nikusaidiaje?
Now that is a progressive question. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to make sure that the gold gets to him in one piece. After that, we're gonna figure out how to get rid of the gold.
About the product we've been stealing, what have you decided to do with it? We need to turn it into cash before it becomes difficult to store.
Already 2 steps ahead of you on that.
How is that so?
Already set out sales out of town. Try and sell out other sales that we have.
But Marvin is not going to fall for this. He definitely has people out there. He might catch us.
What if we play smart?
How?
By using other channels.
What other channels?
Like the one Karan uses.
Will it even work?
Well, have you ever seen him get caught?
It will cost us.
And he'll never suspect it.
I need to think about this.
There's nothing to think about, Sue. The sale is going on well as planned. I've made calls, and we need this cash to finish what we started.
We need more cash. We need men to protect ourselves.
I'm working on it.
Those boys are no match for Marvin and his crew, and I thought I already told you that.
We don't need them to be a match for him. We just need them to be enough for us. The rest will take care of itself.
How did it go with the goldsmith?
I met him, but I'm not sure what to make of him.
Are you still going to let him clean the gold even after meeting him?
He looks like someone we can trust. Only problem is that him and Susan know each other. And that is bugging me.
Maybe he's not the right person for the job.
What option do we have? Huh? I can't afford to stay with the gold longer than necessary. Not now when the MPs is around. I mean, what if the MPs organization comes for it? They can, ambush us anytime before we know it.
I know. But I don't see the need of us proceeding any further with a guy we are not even sure about in the first place. How much is he charging you this time?
We paid him double what we paid last time.
Double? Marvin, this guy is trying to scam us. And I can bet that Susan is in this, in one way or the other.
I don't know about that. But if he's got something up his sleeves and is planning to scam us, he won't know what's gonna hit him.
Marvin, I really hope you know what you're doing. First, it's Susan with the files. Now this.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We should have informed you. But listen, we need Susan, especially to up our books. It's not looking up for us, Our book's gonna be bone dry if we don't do something about it.
Marvin, by any chance, do you know a guy who we can use to go ghost? There's something I'm following up on.
Something? What thing?
There's a sale out of town. And remember our shipment that got lost? I strongly feel that it might be making a sale out of town.
Isn't that far?
I know, but I don't want to leave anything out of place.
All right, you can go, but you've got to take caution. We can't afford to lose any more men, especially now that we are focused on Karan, eh?
We'll do that. Thank you.
Uncle, sasa?
Pole sana nimechelewa.
Ni sawa, karibu. Nimekutafuta kutoka asubuhi lakini hupatikani.
Nimekuwa na meeting ya dharura pale kazini. Na hiyo meeting ilikuwa ya muhimu sana. So imebidi niwe pale. Of kama singekuwa hata ningepata shock later.
Someone tried to rob Clef's containers.
Na Clef mwenyewe alikuwa wapi?
Hata mimi sijui. I've really been trying to look for him since jana usiku mpaka sasa sijampata.
Na wewe nini ulikuwa unafanya jana na mzigo wa Clef kwa barabara?
Someone had to make sure it got to him safely. So I did that.
Na kuna mtu mna suspect ama mlishika?
Kuna one of the attackers was wounded. Sasa tumetuma one of our guys to go and look for him.
Na mbona mkuashika jana?
Kwa jana ilikuwa mbaya. We were outnumbered first thing, and then I was not even expecting it out of all days. Alafu out of Marvin's territorial reach.
Kulingana na mawazo yako ama vile unafikiria, wanaweza kuwa ni au ndio ile group ya rock gang ambao wanahangaisha kina Marvin?
Sana, because otherwise who else could it be?
Haki ya watu wakijua mali warehouse yetu iko, tutakuwa na shida.
I'm really starting to rethink my deal with Clef sana.
Sasa wacha nirudi kwa station. Kama kuna jambo la dharura ama kitu chochote nitakupigia simu. Lakini in the meantime, hiyo deal yenu na Clef malizana haraka. Tunahitaji hiyo pesa. Sawa?
Sawa, lakini ankosi umefika sasa tu?
Wacha tu nikimbie sasa, mambo ni mbaya kwa station huko.
Sawa basi. Usisahau kufunga mlango.
Marvin, is that you?
Yep. Morning.
Morning. I did not expect you early.
Well, I had to get up early because I have a meeting with Clef.
I didn't know the two of you had business this morning.
It is not that serious. I mean, yeah, we have a meeting, but it is not that urgent.
And do you mind sharing what the two of you are going to talk about?
Why?
I don't know, Marvin. I thought since we are working together, you might be willing to let me in, you know?
In? You're already in?
You already know what I mean, Marvin. Okay, fine. We don't have time to make a big deal out of this. When you're ready to leave, you let me know. There are two things I need to discuss with you real quick before you leave.
Niko poa.
How things going?
Shughuli tu za maisha za hapa na kule.
You can have a seat. I waited for you all night. Clef, what happened?
Kuna ka emergency ilikuwa imetokea side ya Marvin, nilikuwa nimeenda kushughulikia.
Now kuona unaweza nicall ama uniambie you're not coming or something.
Hapo yenyewe nilifanya mistake, ningejua ningekupigia.
Pole doesn't cut it, Clef. Mimi sijakuja hapa kufanya hii kazi yenu ya security.
Hapo yenyewe siwezi jitetea, nilifanya mistake.
Ni sawa tu. Anyway, ulimalizana na kitu Marvin alikuwa amekutuma ufanye?
Sijamalizana nao, ilikuwa story moja complicated. Ndio bado nachangamkia.
So what's up with Biko?
What's wrong with Biko? I mean, is there something wrong with him?
Something tells me that he doesn't trust me.
You sure about that?
I am. He clearly said that he's not the only one feeling that way.
Who else feels that way?
Come on, Marvin. We all know that you feel the same way too. You gave me a job here so that you can be close to me.
Susan, you just reappeared out of nowhere. And then you came here with some madman who wanted to kill me. I mean, kill us. What do you expect?
Marvin, we've been through a lot together for you to think this less of me.
If you want people to trust you, if you want me to trust you, you've got to earn that trust. And like I said, I'm going to talk to Biko.
Thank you.
So is that it, or there's something else you wanted to talk about?
Yes, about the books, but we can do it later.
You sure?
Yes, I need to confirm about a few things first.
Okay.
Wait, Biko. Ni nini bwana? Unajua naelekea kwa station.
Una nini tena?
Kuna mambo mengi sana yamefanyika. Na naona ni kama kutakuwa na reshuffle hivi karibuni.
Kina nani wanakuwa reshuffle?
Unabati sio mimi. Ni mkubwa wetu ambaye ameshapiga transfer tayari.
Na hiyo itatuletea sisi shida?
Hiyo ni inafanya kichwa changu ifanye kazi na kimbia station. Anyway, ulikuwa unanitia nini?
Nilikuwa nimekuita juu ile list.
List hapana bwana. List ninayo lakini sioni nikikupatia saizi.
Sikiza Mike. Nahitaji hiyo list. Unless in 3 months time tutakuwa nje ya biz. So hakuna time ya mchezo hapa.
Uko peke yako. Sitakusaidia hiyo kazi. Sawa?
Ushaambiwa by now kuna watu walikuwa wanajaribu kuibia container zako.
Nimesikia story, alafu nashuku ni the same people amekuwa akisumbua Marvin.
If that's the case, miss, you need to fanya business na Clef.
Mosi jaribu kuniruka. Si story tulikuwa tushaelewana.
Tulikuwa tushaelewana Clef, lakini this is very dangerous for me. Ama uone hivyo?
Ndo najaribu juu chini, by jioni nimekushua watu wamepatikana.
Be it as it may, Clef, but I can't have someone coming at me right now. I can't.
Na kuashua kila kitu itakuwa sawa. Alafu nasikia watu mliwatoa mbio.
It was either your containers ama wase. And One of them was injured. It won't be long before my girls catch him.
Hiyo ilikuwa noma. Na Mike, kuna anything umesikia kutoka?
We're waiting for something concrete from Odugo, but bado, not yet.
Sawa basi. Acha nikasikie Lemavin anasema hiyo story yake, tutaongea.
Sawa, lakini ufanye venye unafanya haraka because it's not looking good for you.
Finally, what have you gotten for us?
I think we may have found the person who stole our product.
You think? I need you to be sure it is them.
It's complicated.
How?
The sale was different. Nothing we've been to before.
I thought it was as simple as just buying and selling products.
You don't understand.
Make me understand, Biko.
This place was like a one-stop dealership for criminals. Like an exhibition with stalls, but no names. You just walk in, choose your product, name your price, then walk out to the product.
Who was the organizer? Even with all those chaos, I'm sure there was someone in charge, right?
The organizer is not the problem, really. The place had hundreds of buyers, and the sale ended in like 2 hours. I barely had the time to try and buy back our product.
Oh, but you can track it, right?
I thought you might say that. That's why I picked 2 people who might know something about it.
Susan.
Hi, bestie. Unafanya nini hapa? Can't I stop by and say hi to my best friend? It's been long since we've seen each other, don't you think?
I don't have time to entertain your nonsense.
Come on, Maureen, don't be a drag. We're the only 2 girls remaining with the boys. We have no choice but to be best of friends.
I do think we have an option. Sawa. And if I was to choose, I think I'd much rather choose Anne over this.
I see the list of my haters is growing.
Susan. Hata wewe mwenyewe unajua no one likes you, yani hakuna mtu.
Now, let's put that aside and get back to business.
One of the people that I picked out was the supervisor.
Is this someone we know?
Not at all. The person that stole our product went through a great deal to make sure that none of the people working in the event were people we know.
Even the security?
None of them. They were all hired goons.
We're dealing with a pro here, Biko.
I tell you. In fact, that's what I told Odugu. You see, he and Mike tend to think that it was the so-called Rocco gang that orchestrated the whole thing.
I doubt it. Those boys are too stupid to come up with something like that. In fact, even thinking about it would give them a brain drain or a brain damage. So I doubt it.
Anyway, I have people out there tracking the supervisor and the head of security. By the end of the day, we'll know who's running the show.
Fine. In the meantime, I'm gonna be going out to go and see Clef. I told him to do something for me, but I doubt if he's done it.
Before you go, what about Susan?
What about her?
Marvin, I have a gut feeling I don't trust her.
Neither do I, but we work with what we have.
There are 100 other things she can do. Why do you let her work with our numbers?
Yeah, you're right, but like I said, up until we come up with something that can, put her in check, we'll have to deal with her that way. Plus, listen, she can help us get our money. But I promise you, she won't be there alone.
Fine.
What was so urgent that we needed to speak about?
I've been going through Marvin's numbers and there's something about your business that I don't understand yet.
Why? I should be the least of your worries, Susan.
Why are you exempted from the operational fee that everyone else is paying to Marvin?
Hiyo ndio kitu imekuleta kwa nyumba yangu surely.
That and much more, Maureen.
Fine. To answer your question, I don't operate in the same region as you guys.
How? There are dozens of transactions between you and Marvin dating 2 years back.
Susan, if you thought you were going to come here, make some demands or ask some sort of money from me, you're very mistaken.
Then explain to me why you should keep on benefiting from Marvin's operation if you're not a part of it.
Before you make a decision that you will probably regret, I highly suggest you should speak to Marvin first.
Why would I and I know everything?
Do you? And if you wanted to, ungeuliza.
You're using them. That's the only explanation.
Considering the amount of times I have stepped in for them, for their operations over and over, I think I'm very much allowed to operate the way I do. And I mean, it's not like you'd understand. You just came.
So that is how you want to play it, huh?
I won't let you step all over me, Susan. Sawa. Just because you guys are going through losses.
And who said anything about losses?
Have you seen yourself of late? Your face shows. It's written all over it.
That's enough.
I mean, if anyone is to be blamed, I really think it's you and Karan. And aside from that, kama ungekuwa umekuja hapa kuomba for a loan or something of the sort, I was more than willing to. But other than that, it's not acceptable. Unaona hiyo mlango venye umekuja, ndio pia utoke.